house parties, they're dead. Who killed them? I think it was us. They don't exist anymore, okay? The movies lied to us. The movies lied to us. Project X, that was fake. That was fake. It never existed. It was a work of fiction. No one has house parties anymore. Of course, you have to have the type of house to be in a house there's a type of house that's like a good house for a party, right? Not everyone has that, and that's okay. But the people that do have those, they either don't have house party parents, like they're not gonna let that. What the fuck is it? Why is this? Oh, I'm bothered. There's a lot of factors into why house party. Oh, she's back. Into why house parties, they're dead. All right? No one puts them on anymore. You don't hear about them. And if a bunch of people are at one location, it's boring. It sucks. The vibe is kind of dead. You kind of want to leave, but you have FOMO, so you stay. And it ends up being a waste of time. But then you're like, well, at least I got out of the house. You didn't even meet anyone new. You know 3 people there. They seem to be having a better time than you. You don't know anyone else. No one else is going to go up and talk to you. You feel kind of odd going to someone else and talking to them, making the first move. You just wish you didn't know about it in the first place and just stayed at home and watched a movie maybe, or just rotted in bed staring at your phone. Also, it's the fact that like people in general, I'm filming this on my Mac, so do I win the I don't give a fuck war? I don't. I care a lot about other things, but this is, I don't have storage in my phone. Also, this microphone, it has the plug, I can only put it into my Mac. I got a new phone. It's not like the part where you charge your phone is different now. And I don't have an adapter. So Apple, we're coming for you. Anyway, people are so unreliable. I'm going to give an example that breaks my heart, kind of. My friend, this was like in July. This is literally like almost a year ago. My friend had a going away / birthday party, right? She lives like an hour away from my hometown. She moved away to be with her dad and stepmom or whatever, right? And I drove a whole hour. My dad came with me because he didn't want me driving by myself. But it's like, dude, it's like an hour, less than an hour. Anyway, I got there. Her best friend wasn't there, but that's because she was sick. So, okay, excused. And then 2 of her friends from there were there. And then I was the only one from our hometown, from school. And after a little while, I was like, oh, who else is showing up? And she's like, oh, like some people said that they would come. Hours went by. I was like, where everybody at? And she showed me a list of like people who said that would show up in her notes app. Like she posted on Instagram about the party and to like DM her for the address and whatnot. And people, I guess they did that. And they RSVP'd. Like that was them RSVP'ing, being like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be there. Like, hello. Like a list of like probably like 15 people. None of them showed up. I was the only one that drove an hour to see her at her birthday / going away party. Hello? How are you gonna say you're gonna show up? And okay, fine, it's an hour drive, but you knew that. Like she gave you the address, you knew that. I'm sorry, but when you say you're gonna be somewhere, you know how you're gonna get there. You know where it is. You know you're free to go. And if suddenly you're not, you let them know, be like, hey, this came up or things changed. I'm so sorry I can't be there. Happy birthday. I wish you the best. Whatever. No one. Crickets. Are you serious? What? When you say you're gonna be somewhere, you're gonna be there. Like, you know you're gonna be there. You plan to be there. You know how you're gonna get there. You know how you're gonna get back. Okay, maybe you don't know how to get back. But anyway, you know you're gonna be there. You're telling the host, yeah, I'll be there. No show. Don't say anything. So one, it's people being unreliable. People don't know how to communicate. They don't know what RSVP means. It means you're going to be there. It's not like, oh, I'll think about it. Or maybe. Because if it's oh, I'll think about it or maybe, then say that. But don't say, yeah, I'll be there. And not show up. My friend didn't really care that much. Thank God. Because if it was me, I kind of would have cried. I would have cried. I would have thought people hated me. I would have thought people forgot, which is, I mean, I would put it in my calendar. Like, I'm not going to forget. What? You're going to forget that you had somewhere to be? Or not that you had somewhere to be, but you said you were going to be somewhere and then you forgot that. I don't get it. I don't get it. People are also forgetful. That's another issue I have. People are too forgetful. And I understand I'm biased because I would say I have a good memory. I've proved to have had a good memory. But people are forgetful. They're like, oh, I forgot. Or, oh, they're just not paying attention. They're not paying attention. And it's bothersome. Anyway, it's also, people have no respect to other people's belongings. I would not host a house party. The definition of a house party, right? I'm not gonna have all those people in my house. I have too many nice things in my house. This isn't a class thing. This is an ethnic thing. Okay, I'm Persian. I have too many nice things. If some person spills something on the rug, mind you, there's like 20 Persian rugs in my household, right? And no one's going upstairs. Nobody. Let's say downstairs alone, I probably have like 5. Upstairs, there's one literally like right here. There's one in my room. There's one right next to the stairs. There's one in the living room, right? One in the salon. That, God forbid someone spills some shit on that carpet. Forget my parents being mad when they find out. Me, I will drag you by the ear out of my house and tell you to never step foot. Never. I don't even see you. If I see you in my neighborhood. Oh, don't get me started on my couch. My couch is leather. They scratch that shit. They rip it up. Oh, no. Stuff my mom buys and she puts it on a shelf. You break that shit? Oh my God. Forget my mother being mad. I gotta clean it up, of course. Oh, I will crucify you. Don't even. You know a house party is good when some shit gets broken or whatever. You know, people get rowdy. Not at my house. Ooh, no. No, like we could dance. Don't break anything. Do not get rowdy in my household. I will get violent. And I will look like the craziest bitch you ever seen. I will make myself look bad. My character will be questioned if you do some shit like that in my house. Anyway. Because that's disrespectful. That's disrespectful. How are you going to be rowdy and break something? And then after they do it, and this is me going based off the movies, right? Off the movies, when some rando that's given a line, right? They break some shit and the host of the party's like, yo, what the heck? And they're like, oh, sorry, dude. Why are you laughing? Why are you laughing? You should be scared right now. You should be scared right now because I'm really angry. All right? Those people don't give a fuck. And once I peep some shit that people don't respect the things in my household, I am telling them to get the fuck out. And everybody got a problem with how scary I'm gonna get. Everybody can get the fuck out. Everybody. The night is over. Go home or go somewhere else. Plans are done. We're done. But with other people, they host a kickback or a get together. It is like a year ago. I tried reconnecting with a friend, right? We went to the same elementary school, we know each other in middle school. High school, we went to different high schools, but we live in the same neighborhood. I could walk to her house. Anyway, I saw her over winter break. I ran into her, me, my mom, and her mom. And we were like, oh yeah, we should hang out too, blah, blah, blah. You know, you always say you should hang out too. Me, I kind of, like, if we're going to say that to each other, we might, like, I'm going to mean it when I say we should hang out soon. Like, I'm serious. Like, text me. Anyway, she didn't. So I was like, let me make the first move. I text her. I'm like, hey, you want to hang out soon? Anyway, we hang out. After the hangout, I drop her off at her house. And she's like, oh, I'm hosting, like, a get-together, like, tomorrow night with me and I'm not going to dox the school, but we went to different high schools. I went to a public school. She went to a private school. So it's her and her private school friends at her house, right? And I know, like, a couple of them. Like, I know the girls, right? Apparently there's guys over there, too. I don't know the guys. But the girls I do know. Okay, so I was like, okay, yeah. Yeah, you're inviting me. I'm going to show up. Like, I have nothing to do tomorrow night. Why would I not come? Why would I not come? I have nothing to do. You know, we're reconnecting. Sure. So I go over there. And I'm walking. I'm walking to her house. I'm not, like... Literally. And as I'm walking, I'm like, oh, I'm on my way. I'm not the type of person to be like, oh, on my way. Oh, I'm here. Oh, I'm 5 minutes out. Oh, sorry, I'm running late. If I know I'm going to run late, I'm going to let you know. Anyway, I said, oh, I'm on my way. I'm walking over. And she goes, oh, by the way, we're like drinking. Like, we're going to be playing like drinking games, like card games. At that point, I had not drinking. So I wasn't going to do that, especially with people I didn't know. And then come home after. Like, I don't know. Didn't feel right. Wasn't the right time for me to start drinking. Anyway, I was like, oh, thank you for letting me know. I mean, I'm not going to participate, but thank you for letting me know. As I'm walking over there. Anyway, I get there. And the girls I know. And then the guys, I can't even remember. I only remember like one of their names. And I only remember his name because he looked a little familiar. And then it took me like 20 minutes to realize he used to date my friend. And then like they went to prom together. So I got the prom pictures in my head. I was like, oh, that's where he's from. That's why little bell is ringing in my brain. Anyway, he cheated on her. Yikes! Ooh. Whatever. But the guys, I don't know. They don't talk to me. The girls, after a while, this one girl, I realized I ended up playing soccer with her like 10 years ago. And so when my friend introduced me to her, she was like, oh my god, we used to play soccer together. And I was like, oh my god, yeah, I remember you. Like, oh my god, yeah. She had the same face. Anyway, that was kind of it. Then they started like going back to playing. And she just gave me a water, right? Because I'm not drinking. And I mean, I'm not drinking, so I'm not playing the game. Like, what's the point? And I don't know the game either. Every game that they played, I don't know. I've never heard of. I don't know the rules. So it just kind of felt weird to, like, participate in a drinking game, even though I'm not drinking, but also ask them to teach me. Like, it just, what's the point, right? So I just sat there watching them play. Barely anyone talking to me. And then this one guy came a little later, and he sat next to me, and I'm like, great, there's a guy sitting next to me. I don't even know him. He's probably... But then he starts talking to me a little bit. Little chit-chat. That was nice of him. He's nice for that. He gets a gold star. More than the host. Because you know what happened later? Like, some new people showed up, right? And then they left to... I don't even know. They left to get something out of the car. She didn't come back for like 30 minutes. I don't know these people. I didn't go to school with these people for like 4 years. Hello? Anyway, it got to be like 11 o'clock and I was like, oh, I texted her. I was like, hey, I'm going to like go home now. Like, this is fun. Like, I love meeting your friends. Like, next, like invite me next time. I'll go next time. Like, I'd love to like get to know your friends more anyway. And she's like, oh yeah, thank you so much for coming. Sorry, they like kidnapped me or whatever. Like, whatever. Honestly, it didn't matter what happened. But yeah, and then I just walked back home. And then I tried hanging out with her like one-on-one again. And then it just like got choppy. Like communication got choppy. I would be like, oh, you want to hang out this day? And she's like, oh, I'm free. And then I'd be like, oh, what do you want to do? What time? And then she wouldn't respond. And then the day would pass. And then she'd be like, oh, sorry. What about this day? And I'm like, oh, yeah. Anyway, it ended up to the point where she just didn't respond to me shortly after going back and forth. And so I just gave up. And she didn't try. My friends, they went to a kickback. It was out of town, so I didn't bother going. I was like, where is it? And they said it was out of town. I was like, oh, I'm not going. Anyway, it was like $5 to get in. It was $5 because they rented out a not villa. God, too much Love Island. They rented out some place that they were charging people to come in. Anyway, she said it was boring. Like, duh. Like, and she said it was just people just standing around. There's like a pool too. No one got in the pool. Duh, of course not. No one got in the pool. Those fucking 2000 movies, people would have gotten in the pool topless. People would have gotten in the pool naked. No one meets anyone new. No one. You just talk to people you already know, have your back turned against everyone else, and when someone new comes along, crickets. You're silent. They just only talk to someone they know. It's boring. It's boring. No one has parties for the sake of partying. And when there is a party, it's like a gathering. It's like multiple people gathering and then like splitting off to talk to people they only know. It's not a party. Also, there's no dancing. Like, there's music. No one's dancing. Even if it's for fun. Like, no one's like getting to know people. It's boring. We have ruined house parties. We have ruined them. Last good house party was probably like 2018. Maybe even 2019. Might have something to do with COVID ruining it. Because I'm class of 23. So I started high school in 2019. Any party I went to in high school, it was like someone's birthday. There was an occasion. It wasn't just to like party. And even if the ones that there were, I heard about, like, there'll be Halloween parties. They'll be like out of town, or they'll be at someone's house that, like, I don't know who they are. I'm not really friends with them. I feel kind of weird just showing up to someone's house. And also, like, it would be the point where, like, I didn't even drive yet. And my I'm Middle Eastern, so, like, I can't just take the car when I did start to drive, because I didn't have, like, my own car. I had my mom's car. My mom didn't get, like, her own car to the point where, like, her old car is now my car, how it is now. That was, like, last week of school. Like, I had grad practice when the car was officially mine. So anyway, if I'm gonna take the car, they're gonna be like, oh, where are you going? And I'm like, oh, to, like, my friend's house. Oh, what friend? I don't even know this person. I don't even know who else is gonna be there. It just didn't work out, right? So I was kind of a fucking loser. Not really. It was fine. I lived. House parties, they don't exist anymore. As the young generation we are, kind of boring. We kind of suck, all right? We're limiting ourselves. No one knows how to make conversation anymore. People are like, oh, I hate small talk. Well, it's because you only know how, like, how's school, how's that? Do you even, like, does the question of what are your interests, what do you do, come up in your brain when you're talking to someone new? No. And you know what? People are like, oh, I don't want to talk to that person. Okay, fine. Maybe it's not an issue if it's you actually not wanting to talk to that new person. Fine. Those are your boundaries. That's okay. I'm not trying to force you to do anything. I'm just saying, maybe some problems in our generation would be fixed if we were open to just talking to people we have never met before in a friendly manner and get comfortable with it. Is that a crime? Not telling you what to do. There are no house parties. There are only birthday parties, and now people don't even show up to those. And if they say they are, they're lying. Okay? They're lying till they ring the doorbell and are at your door. So, I don't know when RSVPing didn't actually mean, oh, I'm actually going to be there for sure. I'm going to show up. Save a spot for me. Think about me. All right? If I'm not there yet, ask me where I'm at. I don't know when that stopped being a thing. I'm definitely not throwing a house party. I would go crazy if some shit went down in my house. But if I'm at someone else's house, I'm respectful as fuck. I'm not breaking anything. Maybe it's the genetics. Maybe it's how I was raised up, the culture. I think house parties are kind of a white person thing. They don't care about anything. They think they can get away with literally whatever. I don't even have to explain it. We all know because we've all met those type of people. Anyway, that was it. I'm done. I've said my piece. But just a food for thought. What could we do to bring house parties back and keep them respectful? Fun, but respectful. We're not trying to break shit. We're not trying to fight people. We're trying to make new friends. We're trying to have fun. Can we bring that back? I doubt it.